What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and slide on these topics, and I want to talk about this update in regards to Diddy. So Diddy basically is lobbying for this case to get thrown out that Rodney Jones has against him. We know that Rodney Jones filed a lawsuit against Diddy alleging a whole host of things, and so basically Diddy is playing dirty now, and he's bringing up Rodney Jones's past. And so because of some things that exist in Jones' past that are negative, Diddy and his legal team are shooting their shot at trying to get the case dismissed based off the fact that this guy is not credible. So how can you believe Rodney Jones when he has a dark past as well? So what Diddy and his attorneys are pointing out is that back in 2003, Rodney Jones was convicted of reckless homicide. And I'm cutting it short there. I'm pretty sure you guys can put two and two together to understand what I'm talking about there. And they're also saying that he's faced multiple assault charges, but they were later dismissed according to court documents, right? Now, Rodney's lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, responded to page 6 and said that a charge is not a conviction. And then he went on to explain Rodney's homicide case. And so he said that Rodney was driving, his best friend was in the car, and his cousin, they got into an accident, and tragically his cousin and best friend ended up getting deleted. Now, there are court documents that exist that were obtained by Diddy's lawyers, and also page 6 that show that Jones faced a misdemeanor SA charge back in 2006, followed by domestic assault charges in 2009 and 2014, but the cases were ultimately dropped. Now, when it comes to the conviction of reckless homicide that Rodney was charged with, his lawyer Tyrone basically explained that Rodney was 17 at the time and said that he was pulled over by the police in Chicago. He panicked and pulled off and ended up having an accident that deleted his best friend and his cousin. And so Tyrone is trying to say, hey, this is typical with melanated people within Chicago. He was scared and he has to live with the guilt for the deletion of his best friend and his cousin. And Rodney Jones did plead guilty to that particular incident. And so Tyrone basically saying that the brother was just young and afraid. So this is the angle that Diddy and his lawyers are trying to maneuver through to get this frivolous lawsuit, according to them, thrown out. Are you guys feeling it? Because
I'm straight.
But what I will say is that it's very interesting that Diddy is deciding to stand 10 toes down and fight this case, given the fact that his former attorney, Mark Garrigo, said that he could be paying his attorneys somewhere between $1,750 an hour, and so that's a lot of money when it adds up at the end of the day. But given the circumstances, it's a whole hell of a lot cheaper to pay those lawyers off than to pay that $30 million that Rodney is trying to get out of. But I do think that the fact that Diddy and his attorneys are trying to bring up the fact that this dude made a mistake when he was 17 years old. And don't get me wrong, it's a horrific mistake, and I wouldn't want to be in that position to live with that for the rest of my life, being responsible for the deletion of my cousin and best friend. But he didn't mean to do it. And some of the things that Diddy has been accused of, allegedly these things were premeditated, because either Diddy was in a position where he was going to get exposed about something, and then there were other instances where Diddy was just money hungry, which propelled him to want to get rid of people permanently, allegedly. All right. So I don't think that there's no comparison there. And the only difference between Rodney and Diddy is the fact that Rodney was convicted of the homicide charge, but the SA charges were dropped. Diddy just hasn't been convicted of anything in a court of law. So that's the only difference. But anyway, what I want to do right here is I want to play you guys a couple of clips, because there's a lot of speculation that's going around all over the internet that Jaguar Wright is working for them folks and that she may be a part of the feds. And a lot of people are questioning her validity and the fact that if she knows all of this information, why hasn't anybody got to her yet? And so I'm just going to play you one clip in regards to that, because there are several people talking about this. So I just picked out one clip to play you all, and then I'm also going to play you guys a clip where this lawyer is talking about the fact that G-Dep, who just got finished serving 13 years in prison, came out and did an interview with the Art of Dialogue, and he basically said he saw none of the things that people are accusing Diddy of. And we know that G-Dep is a former bad boy artist. So basically he said, yo, I don't know what they're talking about. Diddy never acted that way around me. So I'm going to go ahead and play these clips for you guys, and then I'll come back and give you my 2 cents and close the video.
Jaguar, who is she? Who is she working for? The government to keep y'all entertained? I'm trying to figure out why they haven't got her yet. All these secrets that she been giving y'all about these industry people. The information that she giving y'all about these industry people. Normally, they'd have ultimately deleted her. Why is she still able to give y'all all this information and still here giving y'all more information? She working with the government to keep y'all entertained. Remember, it's another black person telling all black people shit. Everything about black people. Everything always about black people. It don't matter if we guard real people, and they found that out. They still making black people look bad. It don't matter. Everybody in the industry do the same damn thing. They do the same thing. They're in the industry. They all in Hollywood. They all do the same damn thing. So why all black people shit is put on blast and everybody else shit is hush hush? Why is Jaguar able to tell everybody in the industry shit, big people, and nobody touched her yet or sent her a letter yet to hush her mother mouth up? But she keep on talking and nobody said nothing, like they say shit to everybody else and do shit to everybody else. Do y'all wonder that? Do y'all think about that? Do y'all? Because I be wondering, how is she able to run her mouth like she do and nobody try to touch her? This is my reason. She working with the government to entertain y'all and to shame black people more than they already is. She working with the government to keep y'all entertained. She working with the government to distract you and to shame black people even more. It's always black on black. Always. But it's never white on white. It's always black on black. You know what I notice about white people? When they people do something wrong, they don't put their people on blast like black people put their people on blast when they do stuff wrong. White people just be humble when they people do the things that black people do, but black people put their people shit on blast. No other race do that but black people. We always want to put each other on blast, bring each other down. You don't help each other with shit. You don't support each other with shit. You don't love each other. All you do is self-destruct and destroy each other. And I'm not going to say all black people. I'm just going to say the ones that fit that category when they say us. Because this can be any race. It depends on how you act as a human being. That's why I don't understand why black people get mad when they say when you don't act like a you act like a civilized human being. When you act like a, you talk like a, so you be called a. Like I said, anybody can be it. Like I said, any race can be it. It depends on how you act as a human being. Real talk. So Jaguar, she helping the industry to entertain you. This lady got so much mouth against the industry, and nobody quiet her yet. And I'm stunned. The shit she be talking about and the people that she be talking about. It's so many people that been hush-hushed. Why haven't she? When you don't be hush-hush, the government is using you for something. Or should I say the industry is using you for something towards the people. Because that she be talking about, I'm serious. They be big name people doing some of the most cruddiest, craziest people. But guess what? Jaguar telling everything and haven't been hushed yet. That should be a red flag, people. But she got y'all entertained. She got y'all entertained. She got y'all more entertained than Cat Williams. Got y'all entertained. Well, had y'all entertained. Real talk. Jaguar is working for the industry to keep you entertained and to grade your people. Running her mouth is her record deal and her movie strip for the industry and Hollywood. Running her mouth about her own people the way that she do.
The latest person speaking out about the Diddy raid and allegations is G-Dep. He used to be signed to Bad Boy Records back in the day when all of this allegedly happened, and he's saying that he was with Sean Combs day and night, and he never saw any of this. So, like, how important is this kind of witness? I mean, what do you think? Tell me in the comments. But also in law, you know, he's going to, if this ends up going to court, Sean Combs is going to need witnesses like this in order to show that maybe he wasn't with the person that their prosecutors allege he was with, because otherwise these kind of claims can become he said, she said, and both sides will need to kind of corroborate their stories. And so the more somebody can testify that they were there and they can vouch that this didn't happen, the more helpful it is in court.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that. Now, as far as Jaguar Wright is concerned, I feel like she has a testimony. I feel like she has a story. I feel like she knows a lot about the industry. So a lot of people are starting to say, though, like this gentleman went on a rant about, that there's something off about Jaguar saying all these things about these people and nothing has happened to her. First of all, do you want something to happen to her? Because I don't, you know, but at the end of the day, I understand what angle he's coming from, but I would pose the question, who the hell else Jaguar is supposed to talk about when she's been stiffed and done wrong by her own community? She has been done wrong. She was ousted out by her own people. She was ousted out the industry, right? And so, yeah, she's going to have a lot of hurt, a lot of pain that's been boiling on the inside of her for years. And so she's going to come out and expose any type of negative interactions that she's had with these celebrities and the things that she saw. And I don't fault her for that. Now, I will say that when Jaguar first came on the scene, as far as like talking and exposing celebrities and stuff, she wasn't using the word allegedly as much as she's using it now. Now, I don't know if she's using the word allegedly based off of the platform that she goes on. People who interview her may have in a contract say, hey, yo, you have to say allegedly, you know, in these things, because we don't want to get sued. So maybe that could be a reason, but she is using the word allegedly a lot more. But me personally, I'm not going to discredit Jaguar's story. I look at her and I feel that there's more truth there than anything else. And if she's stretching the truth, that's on her, and it will all come out one day. But I don't know why people want to see somebody get touched. I mean, I understand you're just asking the question, like, why is this person hasn't got touched in regards to the things that she say? But let's be positive. Let's not speak negative things over our people. But I encourage you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are on Jaguar. Do you think that she's working for the government? Do you think she's a plant? Let me know in the comments. Now, as far as G-Dep going on the same platform that Gene goes on all the time, Diddy's former security guard, it's kind of interesting to say the least to me, because of course G-Dep can go onto any platform that he chooses, and the Art of Dialogue can have any guest that he chooses is his platform. But you have Gene up there all the time talking about his negative experiences with Diddy, and then to have a bad boy artist, a former bad boy artist, come on there to say basically, hey, I was around Puff all the time, a lot, and I never saw the things that people are talking about. It really has the makings of a clash between G-Dep and Gene, because now you have two people that were associated with Diddy saying two different things. And so it does pose the question, do you think that Diddy gave G-Dep some lunch money given the fact that he just got out of prison to go onto the platform and say positive things about Diddy? You know what I'm saying? Because no one really is coming out with any type of positive dialogue as it pertains to Diddy. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are in regards to everything that I talked about within this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.